What's going on YouTube? It's TheKingAjaaay, and I'm back with a brand new video now. This is, I would say, the second episode. First episode really wasn't official, but this is the second episode. TheKingAjaaay Talks. This is my series where I talk basketball. I got a new job, man. I got a new job, so I have a lot of time to really just watch basketball. And I won't miss another Warriors game the rest of the year. I promise I won't. So I'm just going to be reacting to all the Warrior games. You know, a lot of games going on in the league. I'm just going to give my input and put some outlook into it. Let's go. Let's just get into it, man. Now, this first game is going to be the Warriors. I got to get into the Warriors. I'm turning that a little bit. Man, that's my team. You know, I got the hoodie on. I got to. So, for the series, I'm going to be having a couple games of the day. Just watching quick highlights, giving quick outputs of everything that I think so far, and just commenting on each team. Now, the Warriors, our problem right now is we don't got the big man. The big man, they out. They injured. Kevon Looney. He got hurt after James Wiseman. James Wiseman, he'll be back probably soon, within the next week or two, I think. But James Wiseman, even though he's not getting a lot of rebounds, I think, what does he average? 5-ish rebounds, 6-ish rebounds? Not that much. But still, his presence down there is just much needed because, like, for example, JaVale McGee had so much confidence game. Like, he had so much confidence. Like, literally, like, JaVale, if Wiseman was down there, JaVale McGee would not have that much confidence at all. Like, Jared Allen, JaVale McGee, if you're in the paint, right? 7-foot dudes. If you see a 6'6" Draymond who's shooting guard height, you're gonna go at him every single time. Like, it's crazy that Jared only had 13 points. McGee only had 7 points. You have to go harder in the paint. Like, I don't understand why teams aren't just abusing the Warriors down low. Like, I just don't get it. Now, I like how the Warriors been playing. Even though we haven't had the best record the last few games, but I like how we've been playing. I think the second unit on some games is getting it more. I wish Kerr would play Curry differently. He does the thing where 12 minutes first quarter, the whole first quarter, the last 6 minutes of the second quarter, whole third quarter, last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. I think that messes us up a little bit. I think in the third quarter, take him out with 3 minutes left, 3 minutes after the fourth quarter started, play him. If you play Curry with 9 minutes left in the fourth, that's way better than 6 minutes. Because I feel like, let's say we're down by 15. It's way easier with 4 minutes of this game left to be down by 10 and try to come back than 2 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes of him playing, we might not get down to that league, but if you let him have 4 minutes left, we're down by 10, he's good. He comes in, we're down by 10 with 6 minutes left. It's not really efficient to get him to at least help, because, you know, Curry on the floor, you never know what's gonna happen. You know, Wiggins, he's been struggling a little bit today. He had 15 points. I feel like Wiggins, if he really gets it going, he's gonna be really good. I'm just for this year, playoffs. That's all I really want for this team is the playoffs. And I'll be okay with the season. The playoffs, we're good. You know, I feel like next season with Clay, Oubre, I want Oubre to stick around. I like Oubre. You know, I feel like if he plays with the second unit, there's a lot of guys, I don't know how Oubre feels about it. A lot of guys do not want to play in the second unit. They think they're starters. I think Oubre is a starter on a lot of teams, but you have to think about it. On an NBA championship team, is Kelly Oubre a starter? Comment down below. Is Oubre a starter on an NBA championship team right now? Is he? I don't think he is. Just being honest. You have to have almost all-stars. Like, I mean, not all-stars, but you have to be really good. Because, I mean, there's teams, the Nets. You got Kyrie, Harden, KD. You know, you got to have a lot of firepower in that starting lineup. Now, Juan Toscano-Anderson, man, I love him, man. I actually went to his high school graduation party, and them tacos was hitting. Now, dude, he's solid. I lost track of him because at Marquette, you know, I met him on his graduation party. I didn't know who he was before. Like, I didn't know him. And my uncle was my coach. I think he used to coach him, and he just took me to his party. I met him, and ever since then, I've just following him. And when he went to Mexico, I stopped following him a little bit. Like, I stopped paying attention, and then all of a sudden, he was on the Warriors. I was like, okay, I gotta look, because I didn't watch G League. Like, last few years, I have not been able to watch a lot of Warrior games. But now, he's on the team, man. I love his game. And it's just weird because he can go from not playing at all to starting, like that. Got injuries, start him. Like, not playing, next game, start him. Like, it's kind of crazy, and I think that that's hard for a lot of players. A lot of young players to, you know, it gets frustrating. You don't play a lot, and then all of a sudden you're starting, like, and he showed the poise, and he's been ready, and I like that. You know, some players, they're ready, but they're not getting the burn, and they might get frustrated, they might get angry, and Juan has showed maturity, and he just being ready. That's what I love. Now, I was worried about this game. The second unit, sometimes they have I wouldn't say slack off, but they're not a lot of firepower. Like Wiggins, 15 points. You know, when he plays with the second unit, that's his go time. That's his goal. That's when he has to get his. That's where he gets a lot of his money. He has to, and I just haven't been seeing the last 2 games. He has to get a little better. Oubre, when you play with second, I need you to score too. But Oubre, he's been playing good with the starters. But I just feel like when Clay comes back, that's all we're not worried about a championship this year. We're worried about getting better and getting the guys adjusted. I just feel like the second unit when Clay gets back, Pascal, Juan T, he's probably gonna be that second unit, maybe not even be with the team, because I feel like a lot of teams are gonna show interest in him. And if somebody's throwing him money, I wouldn't be surprised if he took it. But I think he's really smart and will know if he plays with the Warriors for a couple years, he'll at least get better. That's what I see. But you never know. I feel like the second unit, Pascal. We can have Oubre, we can have Damian Lee. Like, I feel like next year could be the Warriors' year. We'll see. Clay is going to come back going crazy. He's going to come back going crazy. And I just think we need one more big. Looney, I like you as a person, but honestly, I think it's time we move on. Because he hasn't really developed much over the years. Like, I feel like, I don't know. But, this game's over with. We're going to get into that, we're going to go to Ben Simmons highlight. I'm going to see if there's just Ben Simmons highlight. Because I only want to see Ben Simmons. I don't want to see the Jazz. The Jazz, I'm sorry. They don't want to see it, but I don't have faith in them. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't want to be disrespectful. But come playoff time, do you see the Jazz making the conference finals? And if they do, you see them making the finals? And if they make the finals, do you see them even competing in the finals? I don't see it. I don't know. I feel like the Jazz are a good team, but real contenders, I don't see it yet. Not yet. Because I think they need one more star. Like, if they get, like, a Victor Oladipo, maybe I can see it. If they get a Bradley Beal, well, I don't know. That might fit Bradley Beal and Donovan Mitchell. But I feel like Rudy Gobert being your second best player is not. It's not gonna get it going, man. I'm sorry, it's not gonna get it going. Gobert's good on defense, but in the playoffs, you need offense too. And Donovan Mitchell's good, but I don't think he's gonna carry the load that much, man. We're gonna get to these Ben Simmons highlights. Now, if you don't know, now you know. Ben Simmons is my favorite player. Ben Simmons gets talked about badly in the league. I don't think he gets talked about badly because they think, oh, he can't shoot, he can't do this, he can't do that. Ben Simmons is not a shooting type player. Like, Ben Simmons for me, it's like Draymond. On the stat sheet and everything, it's not going to show that he's doing that good. But I mean, now recently he's been putting up a lot of numbers when it comes to assists. But Ben Simmons on the stat sheet, he's everywhere, and he's everywhere but nowhere. If you kind of get what I'm saying. But I like the defense. He's a pass first player. He's not really a scoring player. Leave Ben alone, man. Let's get into these highlights, man. 42 points. Let's go. Look, it's too easy for him. It's too easy for Ben down in that paint. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he made 12 out of his 13 free throws. When I look at the box score, 12 out of 13 free throws. That's crazy. And I feel like it's a lot hard for Ben this season because I think it's a lot of trade rumors going on for him. It's a lot of trade rumors, and I don't think that they need to trade him. I think Embiid is the best player on this team, no doubt. Tobias Harris is the second scoring player on this team, and Ben Simmons is just a facilitator. He tries to keep the team together. That's all that really matters. And if Ben does develop that jump shot, he's going to be unstoppable. Now, I don't think he will develop it now, but if he does develop it, I think it's going to be he's going to be a solid player. Now, I think he's a solid player now, but, a lot of stat sheet junkies, all they care about is they just look at the box scores. They don't actually watch the games, so they don't know they know who's good, but not really, because they the narratives in the NBA is just crazy. Now, Ben Simmons, in the future, I do see him with Philly, but if they don't win the if they don't make the conference finals at least this year, I don't know, because looking at the standings, that Eastern Conference is terrible. The Eastern Conference, the only team that I see really doing something is the team that are over 500. Everybody else is either 500 or under that. Philly, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn, that's the only team I can see doing something. Now, if the standings stay like this, if Brooklyn's the third seed and Milwaukee is the second seed, either or flip it, I see Philly winning the championship. Not a championship. Winning the conference, getting to the conference finals. All you need to do is get to the conference finals and just prove your worth. Because previous years in the playoffs, they haven't been doing so good. Last year, Ben was injured, so we didn't get to see the full potential of Philly. But I think this year with Brooklyn not being able to play defense, Milwaukee wetted the bed last year in the playoffs, I think it's going to go crazy. Now, the thing about these teams, there's big threes on all three of these teams. You have Ben, Joel, and Tobias. You have Giannis, Middleton, Holiday, and you have James, Kyrie, and Durant. Now, of course, Brooklyn has the best big three out of all those three big threes, but Brooklyn plays the least amount of defense. Now, in the playoffs, defense matters because these teams in the playoffs, it's a whole different ballgame. And if you can't play defense, you're not gonna fit. But it's Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's arguably the best player in the NBA. Arguably. Kyrie's one of the most skilled players to ever play in the league. So crafty getting to the basket, and he's a slasher that doesn't dunk. Like, around the rim, Kyrie and James Harden, we know what James Harden is. James Harden is like if not the best, one of the best scorers in the league, and he's been a facilitator for the team. He's been taking that facilitating role, and that's very mature of him. I love it. But, Philly, Ben, great defense, Embiid, great defense, Tobias, if you need him, he'll score, but with Doc on the team, I think this Philly team goes a long way. I really do. Like, a long way, and I don't know. I don't know how everything's going to add up, because this is a crazy season with COVID going on, and I think in the future, I think it's going to be exciting to watch this season fold out. Now, Dwight Howard left them Lakers. The Lakers need bigs down there. Marc Gasol's cool, but I think they need one more big, and Anthony Davis. We see he had the Achilles injury. He's not out for. I'm glad it's not Achilles rupture, tear. No, we're good. He'll be back in a couple weeks, maybe a month. LeBron can take care of the team right now, but I think when the playoffs start, they're gonna need Anthony Davis. They're gonna need him to be 100%, and they're gonna need him to stay healthy, because the Lakers, I'm being quite honest, without Anthony Davis, I don't think they have enough to win it. They don't, because coming out the West. Let's see who I think is contenders. So I say 3 contenders in the East. The West is a really hard conference. I see the Lakers, Clippers contenders. Utah, just because their record's 23-5, I would say they're contenders just because of the record. That's pretty much. Denver's cool, but I don't see Denver, being a championship team. I don't. It's just crazy. The NBA is just crazy this year. The Warriors are 15-13. They're only 8th seed. They're only the 8th seed at 15-13. And if we look at the Eastern Conference, 15-13 in the Eastern Conference, that would get the Warriors a 4th seed. The Warriors would be the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. So that just shows the drop off. And I don't know. Last year nobody saw Miami get into the finals. I mean, maybe a couple might have guessed it, but I really don't think that they were the team. I think Milwaukee should have did it last year, but they went to bed bad. But Ben Simmons went off for 42 points. Before this second episode is officially over, we're gonna have to look at the standings, because I've been talking about it, but we gotta look at it. And this is just crazy. Let's look at who's out the playoffs. All right, in the Eastern Conference, AC has 12 wins. Okay, Western Conference, the 11th seed has 12 wins. So let's look at 11-16 Rockets will be the 14th seed in the West. Is the 11th seed, almost a playoff team in the East. Let that sink in, yo. Let that sink in. That's just crazy. I think that's just nuts. Because the West has 500 teams. Yeah, everybody's over. Yeah. And the East only has 5. So, I think Adam Silver got to make some changes. I think they need to make it where 16 teams, the top 16 teams make it, and it does not matter East or West, because I just want competitive basketball, and I think we're not going to get competitive basketball if we have East versus West, because the East is obviously not there. Like, the East, I can only see possibly 4 teams being contenders. The Celtics, even though the record doesn't show it, I think they're still a good team. Jaylen Brown is playing exceptional. Jason Tatum is Jason Tatum. And over on the West, I don't know how long McCollum's out. Don't see the Spurs being real contenders, because I don't know. They're still rebuilding. Marcus Aldridge, is he going to stay there for much longer? I see 1, 2, 3. These 3 here is So I see 3, 4, 4 contenders. I really say on the West, because the Suns are a good team, but previous years they haven't been to playoffs in years, so I don't think they're ready yet. Chris Paul's good, but I don't see the Suns being there just yet. Trailblazers with Dame is always good, but the Trailblazers have a lot of injuries. Like every year, there's always an injury where it sets them back. Like Nurkic, he's injured right now. I think McCollum's injured right now, and it's just I don't know. But yeah, it's the King AJ, man. Leave a like, comment on your thoughts of the video, subscribe. I will be back maybe tomorrow, maybe next day. We'll know. I don't know. I'm trying to upload every day this week. Trying to get some games and watch some games and put some input in every game that I could possibly can. It's the King AJ, and I'm out.